mudanayaal maanta waa maalin taariikhi ah waxaan maanta goobjoog u nahay 47 sano ka bacdi golo sharci dejin xilhayntiisa si buuxda u soo dhamaystay oo fadhiya.
These women are about to make history. They are among 80 Somali women who took an oath of office as elected members of parliament. The increase in the numbers of women representatives was the result of an epic 2-year campaign waged by Somali women activists supported by the youth, progressive clan elders and religious leaders, and a united international community led by the United Nations.
And without the international community, I was very believing we will not succeed at the 25% we have today.
Sadradet waxay noo abuurtay xafiiska UN genderka xafiiskaas runtii waxaan ka helnay kalsooni badan.
To succeed, the women first had to persuade the political leaders of Somalia to accept the importance of their cause. They raised their voices at the consultative forums held around the country, calling for affirmative action for women in the electoral process. They carried their message to the summit of national and state leaders. This participatory process had as a result the Mogadishu Declaration adopted on 16th December 2015.
من وزارة من العيدان إن الملك سكولنا يبغل كيف.
With this objective in mind, women canvassed members of the National Leadership Forum, an ad hoc decision-making body of Somalia's state and federal leadership.
أنا قرنت بقول كي صد واشجنا لكن ما هتصدر كم قرن. مركل الشيء وحلا قبله بقول كي بصدر إليهن لكن تصدر كم قرن. حارنا أنا أفكارنا مركه. يا مروقين يا أودين يا أنا قوس هايسنو أنا ركز وحنا أنكسر أحسن.
The canvassing worked. The National Leadership Forum agreed that 30% of the seats in Somalia's 275-member House of the People and the 54-member Upper House would be reserved for women. This became an integral part of the electoral model as stated in the presidential decree of 21st May 2016. Somalia's leaders went even further by issuing a communique urging traditional elders and the electoral colleges to ensure that the 30% of the elected officials to the House of the People and the Upper House were women.
The traditional leaders and the religious leaders were against it. But that didn't stop Somali women.
What we need is, to work on unity for women. And also what we need is, to provide empowerment programs to women, particularly the parliamentarians.
The women realized that more work was needed to clinch the deal. They persuaded the then President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud to set up a committee of goodwill ambassadors. The goodwill ambassadors took one simple message to the towns and villages across Somalia. Their message was that throughout the war years, it was the women of Somalia who were the breadwinners and heads of households. They held the nation together when the warlords were pulling society apart. They had earned a right to be a part of the national political decision-making process. These arguments resonated with many. Throughout the voting period, the United Nations Assistance Mission in Somalia worked closely with the African Union Mission in Somalia to ensure the safety of the women leaders, candidates and advocates during the process.
We have received 25%. Our expectation was 30%. But compared to 2012, the rate we have received now shows very positive. And that means, the embarrassment for the women in the future for Somali politics will be very positive.
The fact that women now make up almost 1/4 of the parliament is a truly remarkable achievement. It is a victory that should also serve as a stepping stone to other positive changes to advance women's political equality and the empowerment in Somalia.
My big hope is that this new parliament, this younger parliament with more women, that is more representative, more legitimate, will actually come to terms with the agenda facing Somalia, and that they will be a credit not just to the people who elected them and their clans and their regions, but to the country.
waxaa aad iyo aad noola shaqeeyay wakiilka UN-ka u qaabilsan Soomaaliya Michael Keating sidoo kale xafiiska gender office-ka u qaabilsan UN-ka UNDP-da xafiiska u qaabilsan doorashooyinka UN-ka doorashooyinka madaxa bannaan dadkaas oo dhan iyo qaybahaas oo dhan waxay aad iyo aad noogu geesinimo geliyeen in aan gaarno maanta meesha aan gaarnay oo aan taariikhda Soomaaliya hore uga dhicin dawlado badan oo horumar gaareen aysan gaarin